Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Big Talk Pigskin. I am your host, Q Nelson, and I'm here with Andre and Bowden. How have y'all been the last couple of days?
It's been pretty good. Watched some good football over the weekend, so can't
Yeah.
complain about that.
Yes. How about you,
Yeah,
Bowden?
I've been good too. Lot of great football on. The Hawks won by 37-0. So I'm on a high right now. We're great. Everything's
There
going
it is.
good.
There it is. There it is. Well, I've been good. Church was amazing, and I finally made up my mind for something. But that's later on. That's later on. Y'all don't need to worry about that. But let's dive straight in. Penn State versus Northwestern.
Man,
Yeah, it
James
is.
Franklin is finally gone. This
Yeah,
just doesn't seem right.
it doesn't. Cause like I get that you lost three in a row, but y'all was top three in the nation. And to go out how y'all have been, losing to Oregon, I understand. It's two top rated schools and things happen, But just a follow up by two more losses to I want to say subpar schools, but schools that's not even at Oregon level, that's crazy. They lost to Northwestern by 1 point.
And they
Lost to
got
UCLA.
handled by
Yes.
UCLA. Yeah.
UCLA.
At that, hold on. Let me check it out.
Like
That is crazy.
Yeah.
And
this
it's
isn't
and it's like middle of the season is such a crazy time to do it. It's like if you want to get the guy gone, you do it like the day after the last game. I feel like you should have let him finish the season out because like he's 104 and 45. He definitely has a winning record. So like I feel like I don't know. I feel like you kind of just let him ride out and you give him the respect of at least letting him finish out the season. To just like cut ties in the middle of it, that's kind of disrespectful or embarrassing for that to be how you go out.
Yeah, and I also agree. I think he should have been given the chance to stay for the rest of the year. I mean, they have
Hmm.
some games coming up that you want to win, and if he would have won out the rest of this, that would have been what a win over Ohio State, like included in there. Like that could have happened. Obviously,
Hmm.
Drew Aller is now out for the rest of the season as well, which that makes it a lot harder for Penn State. But I don't know. I mean, just with his record, like you brought up, and just the sheer status of James Franklin, I feel like he should have been given a little bit more leeway. Maybe not necessarily saying don't fire the guy. I think it's time for him to go, but maybe give him a little bit more of a chance to just play out the rest of the season, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sadly that's not happening. But for the higher ups that did that, like you said before, they should have waited to the end of the season because now Penn State's in a rougher position than they were before. They don't have their starting quarterback, and now they don't have their head coach. They like the team is about to start self imploding within itself, which that's what
Mhm.
self imploding is. But like it's about to just crash down in a way. And you think with the last two losses was bad? I don't really see them. I mean, yes, they still have prestigious school. Yes, they still one of it's a Big Ten school that everybody still want to go to. Yes, they still have 4 and 5 stars, but without that head coach, without that starting quarterback, I don't really see them winning out or even winning a couple games because they definitely gonna lose to Ohio State because that takes preparation, time, and a coach to actually help guide them. I'm not saying the other people on the coaching staff is terrible, but they have to pick up slack. Like being in the interim head coach role at the middle of the season is harder than anybody think. Because preparation as a head coach is different. It is different because you are the head honcho now. You are the man, the guy that everybody's gonna go to, and you can't. I mean, you can still depend on your coaching staff, but now whoever they haven't moved up, somebody still have to replace their position, which is just gonna be extremely tough for Penn State, and hopefully they can win a couple more games. Other than that, I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah, they got Iowa next week.
They do.
Ooh.
Iowa at
Iowa
night.
off that big win. I would definitely be willing to say that Iowa's gonna win this. I mean, Penn State, no coach, no. Well, I mean, they have a coach, but like no head coach, no starting QB. Your other big guy, he just left in the transfer portal last year, so it's like, well, you kind of just are throwing something together. So this is definitely a big chance for Iowa to get some ranking points, maybe some little points in the system. So yeah, but I would
Mm,
hate to be a Penn State. What are they, the Panthers or
the
something, or a
Lions.
The
Lion?
Nittany
Yeah, I hate to be a
Lions.
Lion. Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
hate to be.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm curious as to see who goes into the transfer portal after this. As soon as the coach gets fired, I believe it's 24 hours after they're fired that the transfer portal opens up for that team, and those
mm,
players are allowed to enter. So I'm curious as to see who leaves, who's walking out of this program if James Franklin isn't there. I'm curious on that. Does Drew Aller somehow get a medical red shirt after this game? I mean, this was game 6. It's right halfway in the season, so he
Mhm.
might be eligible. Maybe does he come back? Does he transfer out and go play a year somewhere else? This brings up a lot of questions with both James Franklin being fired and him getting hurt.
yeah,
Mhm. But I don't see him having a medical red shirt because it is a strict rule. If you play 3 games and not 10+ snaps, with the red shirt, it's over with. And
Well,
this
yeah, but I'm
is the middle
saying
of the season. He
medical
played way
wise.
more.
Medical wise, he got
Mhm.
it's like a half season thing when it comes like
mm,
medical wise, like injury. So it's kind
Oh,
of right on the line because it's in game
if it was,
6.
yeah, if it was that, then I deserve a 5th year too. Then, because my freshman year, I got hurt week 3, and I didn't touch the field again.
Maybe you need to talk to the NCAA.
And they don't want to talk to me. They gonna look at me and say, "Yeah, who's this guy?" So I'm not no Drew Aller. I ain't none of that. I am an unknown player at Bluffton University. Okay, let's get that first and foremost. Now, the new rankings is wild right now.
Yes,
It is
very,
wild.
very much
I'm gonna
so.
be completely honest with you. I never thought I would see Washington top 25 or Virginia. Who's this? Baylor? Baylor ranked 18?
Well, they're not. Those are the
RJ
FPI.
Young? Yeah.
Yeah, those are RJ Young's personal
Hmm.
ones. Washington did receive votes. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, they could have been ranked. I don't necessarily disagree with it.
Hmm.
The current rankings as stand, I mean, the top 5 is ridiculous. We have Ohio State at number 1, Miami at number 2, Indiana at number 3. Who would have ever expected Indiana to be sitting at number 3?
Man,
who would have
Ever,
thought?
man,
ever in your lifetime.
basketball state.
It is. It is. This
Exactly.
looks like if when I see Indiana ranked number 3, I'm like, man, those Hoosiers have a good basketball team this year. Football? What?
Yeah,
Are we sure this is the right thing?
exactly.
We in a parallel universe?
And
Man,
and no offense to our higher up, but that's like Purdue being top 10 in football.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the
hey,
same
shout
thing.
out to them. I
100%.
know they are excited right now. They are happy.
Yeah,
They earned it after
Yeah,
that
they
win.
did.
they definitely did. They
They
definitely
have,
did.
man, they're a good ball team. We'll get into them in a little bit here. But
All right, let's talk about. Okay, I gotta get this game off my chest.
yeah,
Michigan and UFC.
let's hear it. Let's hear it, Q. What do you have to say? Because I know I watched this game and I was underwhelmed with it.
You was underwhelmed. I am
I'm
overly
sure.
disappointed. I am overly disappointed. Ain't no way. I mean, there is a way, but ain't no way. Third quarter is when UFC just takes over in a run game. Out of all things, the power run game. Like they ran the same counter play to the left, and they got big yards. The first time it's a 48-yarder. Got him a desperate third and forever situation. That right there, I ain't gonna lie. That right there is what set the tone for the second half. Because once you found out that you can't stop the run, power run like that with that they couldn't stop at the counter, they just kept using it. They kept recycling the same play, and it was just going for big yardage. Because every time they replayed it, it was just a big gaping hole. because either
Yeah.
people was over pursuing or they're not in their gaps. That's how Connor could beat anybody. And then on the offensive side, we couldn't get nothing going. We couldn't. I understand though, because at UFC, defensive line, they are some menaces. They cause a lot of pressure and they just cause chaos in the middle. And that is, I mean, yeah, it's tough, but we are supposed to have a good offensive line. Yes, people are still young, but that is what our foundation on because we are a run heavy team. So we got to have the guys up front that can just block bigger guys, you know? They was not doing their jobs, and I'm not bashing them, but the game starts up front. We couldn't run the ball at all. Every time I seen a run play, why is there somebody in the backfield already? Soon as he say hike. That's that's not how it's supposed to go. That's not supposed to go. Then Bryce Underwood was in distress. He was in distress the whole second half because USC just kept sending pressures, and it was like middle blitzes in a way and stunts, which that is something you practice. You do blitz pickup in practice just for that. They not throwing a rabbit out of a hat. My bad. They are doing what USC been doing all season. And that's something you have to prepare for the right way. You have to go over and scheme around that, which to me, I don't think they did very well. To me, I don't think they took the blitz pickup period that they have in practice seriously because you don't supposed to be getting immediate pressure like that. It's like sometimes it was 5-on-5. Sometimes it was like it was 6-on-5. But why is people still coming free up the middle? That should never happen. That doesn't happen. But that is me.
You think they got outplayed or outcoached?
Outcoached. They for sure got outcoached. They got outschemed.
They got out schemed. I mean, and you're right. The game starts up front, and that's usually Michigan's strongest suit. Week in, week out, year in, year out. They're always dominant on the O line, dominant on the D line, and sets up a dominant run game that opens up the field for them to pass. And none of that happened this week. And like you said about Bryce, he looked scared the entire second half. He took a big shot early in the second half, and just the rest of the game, like I remember, he rolls out left and just launches the ball instantly. I mean, he has instant pressure on him, which is bad. That should not be happening, not that soon. But he's just launching balls out of the backfield because he's scared he's going to get hit again. Which I mean, I would be too with the way that the O-line was playing. They just broke down. They didn't have a good game. Just was not their week.
It definitely wasn't. And this loss, 31-13. This loss knocked us out of the rankings. Bad.
Yeah.
It was not. If it was a closer game, I would have been happy, you know? A 1 or 2 score game. But come on, man. We couldn't get nothing going in the second half. And when we win stuff looked promising, we just shot ourselves in the foot. And I'll be honest, it kind of remind me of playing Hero Bluffton. Okay. Promising drives, promising things, and boom. Penalties are we just turn the ball over. When crucial games like this, you should not be doing that. Crucial games like this, especially if you a Power 5 school, as Michigan always says, you got the guys and the coaches. Y'all should not be looking like this. Y'all shouldn't be doing things like this. Getting out schemed is one thing, but playing at a caliber that's not y'all is a whole different type of thing. The coaches was on point and the players was on point. So it made the game look way worse than what it actually should have been. And I'm not like knocking really anybody. And I know this is coming from like a bias standpoint, but it's also coming for the kid in me, with the football kid in me, you know? And actually knowing what happened and knowing the things to actually prevent that. They did not take the measures. They did not go into halftime and rethought things. Okay, because like it was, what was it, 7-14 and a half? That's a 1-score game. Yes, USC come out and score. Stuff like that happens. But you gotta bounce back and try to stay in the fight. After USC's scoring drive, Michigan was on. It was like a 4 and out, honestly. Then USC had the ball, drove the field. You got to pick. I believe at the 10-yard line. That should have gave you more momentum and just more drive just to try to win the game because you only down 14. If you score here and get another stop and score, you back in the ball game. Sometimes it takes one play, but that one play happened and they did not capitalize.
It's true.
But one
It's
thing I
true. They
can say
didn't do
though,
anything.
they definitely didn't. But it's one thing I can say because this is I guess this is a rant for me at this point. This is one thing I can say though. Michigan has a turnover or a pick in every game they played this season. That's to me what the only positive of the game yesterday. Everything else, they got to go back to the drawing board and they got to look themselves in the mirror to see who they are.
Dude, and honestly, I don't think their defense really played that bad. I
They
know
did
that the
not.
score is 31-13, but at the end of the game, the fourth quarter, I mean, USC scores 10 points there. I
Hmm.
mean, the game was kind of over at that point. I mean, it wasn't, but it was, like you could tell. You could see the vibe on the field. It just,
Yes.
Michigan was not going to turn it around. And they were kind of some late points out of USC, or at least that field goal at the end was.
Hmm.
But I don't think the defense of Michigan play that bad. You can't stop the offense every time. You need your offense to pick up and play. And when I talk
Exactly.
about Michigan, I feel like I'm talking about Iowa sometimes. Like when Michigan's on a year like this, like last season, Michigan, I was like, that's Iowa. It felt the same in my view and my vision, just like strong defense, offense not really moving the ball. That's kind of the way they played this week, but
Hmm.
they'll pick it back up. They'll bounce back the next week. I mean, they're a good squad. And like I've said all year, Michigan will be dangerous next year. They're going to be a scary, dangerous team next year. They're learning
Yeah.
still. They're becoming a full team. Bryce is still in
Hmm.
development. I wouldn't be worried
Yeah,
as a
he's still like
Michigan fan
he's still a
just yet.
freshman at the end of the day.
Exactly. I
I
would
would
not
just yet
worry as a
see
Michigan
see
fan yet.
yes, it's like I'm not worried. It's just that the fandom of OSU takes my phone immediately. Talking about go Trojans. No, it still
Yeah.
go blue. But I'm not gonna entertain or indulge in people foolishness.
As a Buckeye fan, I loved this weekend. That was beautiful, beautiful football. I was
Yeah,
displayed.
but you took Michigan. You sat there and you
I
went
did,
against
but
you said
this
against your better judgment you took Michigan. How does that make you feel to know you rooted for you picked them. You were believing in the blue
I did. I
and they
thought
let
they
you
were
down.
going to do it, but the fan in me, like I was so happy to see it. Like give them what they deserve, but I sad to see. I hate to see my boy sad,
I
but
ain't
I love to
sad.
see him lose.
Trust me, I'm not sad. It's football. Things happen. Just you could tell that they just wasn't prepared. And to go back on what you're saying about our defense did not play bad. I'm talking a little fast. Our defense did not play bad, but our defense was tired because they was out there in the field almost entirely the whole second half.
Exactly. They had no break. They had
So
no help.
yes, yes, and when they did have a break, that break was very short lived.
Yep.
Because
And
like just imagine. Go ahead.
I was gonna say your guys' playoff hopes are still alive. You win out, there's a strong chance you can make it still. So it's not over yet.
I
It's
see the
not over.
playoffs next year.
It's not over.
Went out? Question mark.
Oh yeah, we still beat y'all. Like, hey, we've been owning Ohio in all sports. Michigan, all sports. For
Oh, I just can't wait for like the recap when we just get to see Q all sad and
who's sad? Ain't gonna be
get to
sad.
talk about how beautiful it was.
I'm not gonna lie. That whole recap might just be Michigan versus Ohio State. Just might be.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
All right, now I guess we could talk about the Buckeyes. Ugh. No, 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 no.
The boys who got the Illy Buck back.
They they
Buckeyes.
they still had it. They
Well,
never
still
got rid
had
of it.
it. I didn't mean get it
I was
back. They
gonna say
kept
that they
it.
haven't lost it in a long time.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was a good win. Good win for my defense. I loved what I saw from them. The takeaways were beautiful. Getting my the strip sacks like that just that turns you up. That gives you so much momentum. And it's like the offense wasn't. as dominant or as like electric as I wanted them to be, but they capitalized on all the turnovers. They scored on all the takeaways. So like I can't complain. I definitely love that. Um, all of our big playmakers, Jeremiah, Carnell Tate, our two running backs, they all had at least 40 yards. So when all your big guys are putting up at least 40 yards, like you can never be mad. And then three touchdowns between the four. I mean, only two of the guys scored, but you feel me? Three between four guys is still great. So I was happy with what I saw from the offense too.
I feel like
So true.
Jeremiah Smith was dropping a lot of balls. I feel like there was a lot like, man, week in and week out, I'm starting to dislike him more and more. And he's just got this diva personality to him now. He's acting like he's above everything.
There's
I like Carnell Tate way more. That's the best receiver on that team right
mm,
there
Yeah.
is Carnell.
he just has that mature, like calm demeanor. He kind of just lets the game come to him. And like Jeremiah, it's just everything is kind of thrown at him. So like he can't kind of come into the game like Colonel Tate can kind of be in the shadow. So it's like when you drop a ball, it's just so frustrating because of like all the hype that's just built around him. But you expect it because when you see like plays from last season when he's making one hand catch over like three guys, it's like how do you drop a drag route? How do you drop a hitch or a curl or whatever? So it's just it does get frustrating. I do understand that part
Nah, I don't. Y'all receivers is just divas to begin with.
because we're
Not Carnell. Carnell
it's
hasn't
so
looked like one.
Not
But
Cordell.
Jeremiah
it's
Smith,
really
man,
just Jeremy.
he's
He's the
making
only one. And it's receiver you. It's like, how could you not expect that? Like, you have the best receivers in the country. Like, how could you not expect someone to? Now, when it's your number one guy, that's kind of an issue. But like, still,
Yeah, but I guess this is showing that the wealth has to be spread.
you feel me?
This might be Cornell
does.
Tate step up, and he might be getting out of shadow. And I can't. Every time I see him, Cornell Tate, he is huge. He is a big body out there. And if I was Ohio State, goal line ball to him every time. Jump ball. Go out there and go fetch, basically. Go get the ball. I don't know why I said fetch. I'm sorry for that. But I don't know. I got to think about a dog because he is a dog. I can't say that. He is a dog.
He's a dog.
Yeah. But throw him a bone, throw him a frisbee. He's gonna go out there, go jump up and go get it. That's one thing I can say about him. And I'm low key getting nervous to play Ohio State this year. Well, I'm not playing them, but
Mm.
don't look at me now.
I'm just interested in what you saying.
Hey, because I'm biased, but at the same time, I'm real. It's gonna be a hard fought game, but I don't want to say this. I don't want to say this too early, and I don't want to say this on here. But it's a big possibility of us losing, especially if we play like how we just played. It could go downhill faster than anything else, and I don't want to see that.
It's true.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, because y'all starting to play like that. Y'all want to win now, and I don't like that.
I was gonna say it's like with Michigan, it's like each week it's kind of like a new issue comes up to work on. With Ohio State, it's like we kind of just have the same thing. Like we just gotta pick it up and just like stay consistent and just play like we do the second half. Like we need to play that the whole way the whole game. So it's like when we come to Michigan, I'm honestly not worried. Like in the past, it's like it's been like we see Michigan, it's like we should win, but like there's a little worry this year. This is where we bounce back and we correct all the wrongs we've been making in history. Get back on track, start winning again.
And I
Well, it's
actually
up to
feel
Ryan.
I was gonna say I feel that this was actually the first time all season that Ohio State has played a complete game, start through finish. I mean, they scored
Hmm.
20 points in the first half, 10 in the first quarter, 10 in the second quarter. They haven't been doing that this year. We talked about it the other day. Like the only way Illinois was going to win is that they came out strong in the first quarter and like put up a lot of points. And they didn't do that. And instead, Ohio State decided to say, "Hey, we know how to play football. We're going to play a full 4-quarter game and not 3, not 2.5." I
Hmm.
was impressed
Mm.
by that. I was impressed by that.
Yeah, I was too. Sad to say. Sad to say.
It's not
You
sad.
know,
It's okay.
I thought this game was going to be closer.
I did too. Don't ever look at me
Illinois
like that again.
Illinois dropped out of the rankings because of this game.
Mm-hmm.
They have the
Hey, they
most
right
votes
along with us.
outside. They have the most votes outside, Michigan following. So technically, they're both like 26th and then 27th. But I don't know. I just don't
Okay.
agree with. I don't agree with
Yes.
Illinois dropping out of the rankings for this loss.
Losing to Ohio State should never drop you out of the rankings.
Dropping a little bit, sure.
Honestly,
I mean, they're at
I feel
17th,
that.
but
Yeah, yeah. Like I could have seen them probably at
20,
24th.
right.
22, 23.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that
somewhere down.
is the number one team. But them being completely out of the rankings is a little bit crazy. Because like you don't expect teams that's ranked 17th or 20 to really beat with the number one team in the country. Yes, it was
Yeah,
more
and
than two scores,
right. And when they play
but
close, you don't expect them to drop out. Like they held a close game, a semi-close game with the number one team in the country.
mhm, exactly. Like it's not like that they got blown out of the water like Iowa did, Wisconsin. That I understand. That I do, but they still put up some type of numbers and they were still fighting. But just to have them out of the rankings like that, same with Michigan. But
Yeah.
that's another day, another story. Because how do we go from 15 to unranked? Because USC was not ranked prior to the game, was they?
No, they were ranked like the week before they had lost. Before they
Yeah,
lost to Illinois, they were ranked like in the low 20s. And now they're
yeah.
kind of back in that same spot. They're at 20 right now.
So yeah, that I get that. Game that I didn't think that was going to happen. Indiana versus Oregon. And you want to talk about surprising and upset? Who thought? Who would have thought that Indiana beat Oregon by 10 points? That game was honestly crazy.
I would say the DBs at the end of the game for Indiana knew they was going to beat Oregon.
They definitely did because they locked in and they was locked down.
Mm. They was
Yeah,
probably
they were not
smiling
going to
under
let
their
Oregon
face
come
masks.
back. They were not
Yeah,
letting Oregon steal that game from them.
Mm.
they couldn't, especially since they was at Indiana, right?
No, they were
I
in.
thought
Not,
They're at
they were in
Eugene.
Eugene.
ugh.
They were in
Out there in
Eugene.
Eugene.
This is the only reason that I did not pick Indiana to win this game was because this was at
Because
Oregon. And I guess I should have trusted my gut. They were telling me
mhm,
the whole time, go Indiana. But I figured it'd be Oregon just with them having home field advantage. Autzen
Mhm.
mhm,
Stadium's an electric place. So Indiana, man, they come out strong. They upset the number 3 team in the country, and now they're the number 3 team in the country.
yeah.
I would
And
say, yeah. What are you going to say?
no, good.
Um, Damn, I kind of lost my train. Oh yeah, yeah.
My
I
bad.
was gonna say like I didn't expect it either. I thought Oregon was gonna come out hot and fast and kind of just like they have more. I guess I want to say more experience in like that like top 10 head-to-head games. They're usually like in that top 10 spot. So I definitely thought they were gonna pull away. But Indiana, they're just like, in my opinion, like the most consistent team in like college football this year. Like it's just they. I don't know. I never hear about them doing like too much or too this like to just keep winning each week. So I think just call them like Mr. Consistent. That is the team I call them, and I feel like their consistency has just carried them to the top 10. Soon to be well, what are they top 3 now?
Mhm.
Top
Man,
3.
Basketball
we'll see how long this consistency can last.
Yeah, but it's more. Well, it's halfway through the season, so I think it's gonna last probably into the end of the season. Because if you stay inconsistent like this, it shouldn't falter and it shouldn't fold in a way.
Hmm.
Because now you are in your groove and you are comfortable. You are comfortable and you got your identity now. Like you know who you are and you know how to maintain and upkeep that same identity. So This might be the first time in first year I ever see Indiana in a football playoff.
I was gonna say
Well, we saw
Indiana
them there
looks like
last year.
But I'm talking about there to stay.
Oh
They're
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Indiana just might go undefeated this year.
There's a very good chance of that. They
Because
probably will.
I see them beat Michigan State, see them beat UCLA, see them beat Maryland, see them beating Penn State, Wisconsin, and Purdue. So I think Maryland is probably their most competitive game. Maybe Wisconsin.
Michigan State,
Yeah.
they're a solid squad. I know they just lost to UCLA, but still a solid team.
UCLA.
I mean, yeah, but I don't see them like. I mean, yeah, they are good. I can see them giving them a, I don't know, a little challenge.
I'm not
But
gonna lie. This might be off topic a little bit. I'm sorry. But UCLA might got their groove.
yeah, you know what? Maybe this does work out for Penn State. I know again, you're right. This is off topic, but maybe it does work for Penn State because UCLA they fired their coach. Now look at them; they haven't lost since.
Yeah,
They're winning games.
exactly.
They
Yeah,
beat
but
Penn
Penn
State and
State or
Michigan State.
UCLA still has their quarterback.
True,
What'd you say
but
about it?
he wasn't really
I
doing
said
anything.
UCLA still has their quarterback.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is true.
But like still upset at Penn State. And then now they just beat Michigan State. So they are on a roll right now. So that might this is so
Maybe it'll work for
hypothetical.
Penn State.
Yeah, hey, yeah. Maybe it can. But this might be like so hypothetical or just a theory in a way. But what happened if UCLA give Indiana a loss?
That would be insane.
That would be
Insane.
That would
I
be
mean,
insane. It's
I'd
not going to
be
happen.
very upset.
hey,
I'd be upset too.
I said the same thing with Oregon and them. And it happened. Things happen. They are on their Vanderbilt run right now.
Ah, it's more than that. It's more than that. It's more than that. They did this last year, and last year's team wasn't nearly as good as this year's. This year's team
Yes.
would dog walk last year, Indiana. Last year, Indiana just had a really easy schedule and a pretty good team, and they just
Mhm.
kind of coasted and were able to make the playoffs. This
Mhm.
team is a legit title contender. Right there,
Oh, yeah.
legit title contender. These guys,
Yes.
we might have the number 1 versus number 2 team in the country in the Big Ten Conference Championship. It might
Mhm.
Ohio State and Indiana might be ranked 1 and 2 at that point. Like this
That would be
is
crazy.
insanity in this
That's not
conference.
fair though. I don't like that because then, like when one of them loses, you go to playoffs, and it's like I lost to the best team or the second best team, and then now like you get dropped down to whatever
To be fair,
BS ranking they give
be
you.
fair,
top 10.
they changed
Still top 10,
they
I think.
changed
Yeah,
the
but-
rules that so obviously it's still the top 5 highest ranked conference champions get an automatic in, but it's not the top 4 ranked conference champions that get an automatic bye. So even as
Okay.
long as that conference championship game between them is like within probably 10 points, if they're both ranked 1 and 2 or 1 and 3, around there, they're probably both
Mhm.
going to get a bye anyway.
Mhm.
They're not going to get as screwed over as last year.
Yeah,
Teams were
okay,
getting.
that's
It'll
that's
be better this year.
All right.
Mm.
That's good. That's good. But Ohio State ain't gonna beat no more for long. I don't care. Y'all gotta play us up north.
We are not.
Yeah, but that's in like 6 weeks.
I know.
So they're still going to be number 1 for a while.
I know. But it's not gonna be number 1 versus number 2. It's gonna be whatever Ohio State is, probably number 4 or 5 versus number 2.
How could we drop down if we undefeated? Why would we
Not
drop
yet.
down?
Not yet. Not yet. Told you, I'm speaking it to existence. However long I've been here, I bluffed him. Well, it's 5 years. Ever since I've been here, we haven't lost.
Saturday, November 29th, Ohio State slaughters Michigan.
Slaughters.
Live on Fox at 12 p.m.
Oh, slaughter though. Slaughter is crazy. Slaughtering is crazy. No, but
Live on Fox.
but yeah. I do believe that Indiana is really a real legitimate contender, and if they make it all the way and win it, I don't know.
Seeing Indiana as a real contender, as an Iowa fan and a Big Ten fan in general, makes me hurt on the inside. It makes me hurt, not as the Big Ten fan, but as an Iowa fan, because I sit here and go, collectively, my whole life, we've missed a bowl game once in my lifetime that I remember, like when I'm actually watching football. I was young, and we've had these good teams and we can't make a playoff appearance. We're never, oh yeah, they're an actual title contender. We've never been that way, yet we've been consistent all this time. Indiana is awful, consistently awful. This whole time I watch football, in the past 2 years, now they're just a title contender out of nowhere. This hurts. This hurts. I hate seeing this. The fact that Indiana is going to have a chance to win a national championship before Iowa even has a chance to sniff the playoffs, that hurts me. That hurts me a lot. A lot. But it is ridiculously fun, though, to see a team like this be this good, though. I like it. It is fun to watch.
Yes. Yes, I agree with you on that one. But I feel you. Because that's, once again, kind of off topic. That's kind of like how the Detroit Lions is, you know? It's somewhat like that, because like out of my whole life, we just been garbage. It's been garbage. But we I'm sorry. We done flipped the switch, and now like we are contenders in a way. And I feel your pain, because that's like, say, if the Browns, I like out of nowhere just flip it around too. And
There was no point. Like, what did you gain from bringing up the Browns? We was good with the Lions example. We could have left it there. Just want to throw some strays in because Michigan finna lose this year. No. Michigan can't even beat unranked teams, and now we want to throw strays at the Browns.
Yes. We gotta take it up professionally.
Just be ready live on Fox.
That's cool. At 12, big noon.
Michigan slaughtered by Ohio State.
I beat her, feet kicked up in a onesie or on my big old snuggie, watching the game, enjoying it.
So you want to be comfortable when you mourn?
Yes. But I can't say. I think that's about it. I hope everybody, like I'll say this every time, hope everybody drives safe. Hope y'all have the caffeine and coffee that y'all need. Not black. If it's black, please have some gum in the car with you. Pure black coffee it stains the breath. Okay, but I'm not judging. Like I ain't the person to judge at all. But take them extra precautions, okay, please. But drive safe. Watch out for all the crazies on the road, and hope everyone have a good one. See y'all.
Have a good one, guys.
See you.